Nah, I ain't say that. Because you know that's not going to happen.
No, maybe it can.
Under the bridge, but what you feel about this matchup? Unbiasedly, what you feel about this matchup? You know these dudes very well.
Shakur had talked about this before it was actually official. And I'm like, Core, you know this fight, right? Core like, nah, bro, I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we all excited about the fight, bro. Like, we all know it's at stake. Like, we've been knowing Teofimo since we was 12 or 13 years old and amateurs, bro. Like, we all been winning nationals together. Now we're pro having to fight each other, so Teo know who he fighting.
Yeah, man.
Things got spicy when Keyshawn Davis exchanged heated words with Teofimo Lopez, and there was nothing playful about it.
It's all love, right, Keyshawn? It's all love, right? It's all love, right, Keyshawn? It's all leave, right? All right, that's it.
It's just a young kid trying to get clout. You know, hasn't made anything, hasn't made no noise, can say what he wants to say. However, hasn't done the recognition, hasn't won a world title. So who is Keyshawn Davis? These guys want clout. Do you guys not understand this? The moment they all get into the moment, right? The momentum. They feel the IQ. They feel the punches. They say, oh, this is real life. I don't want to get knocked out in front of...
Keyshawn didn't sugarcoat anything. He flat out warned Teo that Shakur Stevenson isn't just going to outbox him. In his view, if Teo gets reckless, Shakur is going to knock him out.
Starting off slow.
Okay.
And then I see as Shakur wins the first round, as Shakur wins the second round, slowly, I think Teo is eventually going to start picking it up and start imposing his will.
Right.
And then, you know, it's just going to go from there. That's how I think it's going to go.
That's a fair assessment.
That's a fair one.
Especially for that to be his brother.
I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be closer than people think.
You could feel the confidence behind it. This wasn't fan talk, it was fighter talk. The kind that comes from spending time in real gyms and understanding what real levels look like. Moments like that only add more fuel to a fight that's already boiling over.
I think he's a guy who went out there and he done the things that everybody asked him to do. He beat the Lomachenko, he beat the Josh Taylor, and he ain't really get the credit for it. So when you don't get the credit for it, it feel like your mental kind of go down with some guys. And I think with him, he kind of didn't go about it the right way. He ain't go about it in a way to where it's like, keep waiting your moment, keep pushing, your time is gonna come. He felt like his time came and nobody respected it. So I did see the drift in his mental, but I think that's a weakness in his game, to be honest. Come fight night, we come in there to make sure we come out victorious. So Teo is a hell of a fighter, I understand that, but I don't think none of these dudes is on my level when I'm at my best. So he got a lot to deal with come January 31st.
Once you strip away the noise of the press conference, the psychology becomes far more interesting than the volume ever was. Those weren't just insults being thrown around, they were probes. Teofimo Lopez wasn't trying to win the moment. He was trying to disrupt Shakur Stevenson's operating system. That's the real strategy.
What I think is that Teo just painted outline by being as disrespectful as he can at the press conference because he wants to try to piss this kid off so the kid come fight with him. You understand me? Because with me, he had exactly what he wanted. Because as soon as I go in there, I'm coming straight to his head. You understand where I come from? So, but I think that's what he's trying to get. Yeah, you feel me? But I think that's what he's trying to get Shakur to do. Because why would you say that to a person? What does that have to do with boxing? You feel me? He knows that Shakur has great feet, and he's not gonna be able to catch Shakur if he lets Shakur take his time to do what he does. So he got to try to make Shakur come in and try to kill him, which is what he just did at the press.
Shakur is at his most dangerous when he's calm, detached, and processing information in real time. He doesn't fight emotionally, he fights analytically. He reads shoulders, foot placement, breathing patterns, and builds the fight like a live algorithm, adjusting constantly without needing momentum or adrenaline. Teofimo, meanwhile, is explosive and creative. But his brilliance usually comes in bursts that still rely on structure. When things get chaotic, he looks for a reset point. That's why the disrespect mattered.
So I don't feel bad about what he did because I understand it now. When now that I saw it, he knows that he is right now. He ain't got much chance than outside picking a shot with Shakur because you don't beat Shakur like that. But if he can make Shakur get reckless and talk reckless to him, he's talking reckless to him to force him to hopefully force him to be reckless. You understand me? So what I would have did, like I said, I would have been reckless at the press conference, so I ain't got to be reckless in the ring. You understand me? I really ain't got that recklessness out the way. You feel me? Just so you know, I know where to be reckless at. Wherever you be reckless at is where I'm going to be reckless at. You understand me? So, and we got that out the way, so when the fight comes, I can get back to my fight game. You understand me? But he's just trying to do things to draw Shakur to him, to make Shakur be reckless, because if Shakur fights reckless, that gives him his best chance to win. And that's smart on Teo's.
This wasn't personal ego-driven trash talk. It was an attempt to pull Shakur out of that cold, surgical mode and force him into something reactive. High-level mind games, no doubt. But here's the catch. Shakur doesn't need to win exchanges at the podium, he just needs to stay himself. If he reacts emotionally, Teo's athleticism and power become serious problems. If he stays patient, the bait loses its value, and the chaos Teofimo thrives on starts working against him. This isn't about toughness or bravado. It's about mental discipline under pressure. One fighter is trying to drag the fight into emotion. The other is trying to keep it in calculation.
Wait, how do you fight a good boxer or somebody that makes you not only think, but make you possibly come for them at certain points in the fight?
Honestly, it's a game of patience. I think that you just gotta have patience, and sometimes things don't open up in the first 3 rounds or the first 4 rounds, but them things that may open up in the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th round. So I think majority of the game has come down to just having patience and being mentally strong enough to withstand the patience game, because good boxers is going to be both patient, and the one that's the most patient is the one who's going to be the most successful when you having a chess match.
When the structure disappears and the canvas starts shifting, the fighter who can create without panicking usually controls the night. And just when you think the Stevenson-Lopez debate can't go any deeper, Timothy Bradley Jr. steps in and flips the conversation into high-level boxing philosophy. Listening to Tim, you realize this isn't hype, this is someone who hates wasted movement. The way he frames it, Shakur Stevenson isn't just fighting in rhythm, he is the rhythm. Like gravity in the ring. You move, he adjusts. You hesitate, he steals space.
Got the guys timing down, know what's coming next, man. He steps ahead of his competition, man. You know, whereas I see Shakur, man, on the other hand, he is the rhythm. You know, and what I mean by that is like, he like the wave, you know what I'm saying? He'll come forward and he'll push back. He'll come forward and he'll push back. He is the rhythm, you know. And I feel like, you know, him not being the most athletic fighter, his equalizer is control the distance. That's his equalizer.
Bradley's comparison lands because it's accurate. Shakur doesn't need to be the fastest or strongest fighter when he's constantly removing your options, like closing tabs on a browser. Teofimo Lopez, on the other hand, is talented chaos. Creativity mixed with elite athletic instincts. A fighter who figures things out mid-fight like he's improvising jazz. That's exciting. But against someone as disciplined as Shakur, improvisation can turn into guesswork very quickly. What's great is that Bradley doesn't disrespect Teofimo at all. He gives him full credit for being innovative and dangerous, then immediately circles back to focus.
Teo, more so, I would say, he's fast, you know, explosive, and got that punching power, you know, to hurt you, you know, he can sting you. Whereas Shakur is more so like, I would say quick thinker, very decisive fighter, you know what I mean? With his movements, decisive with, you know, all his movements, everything he does inside the ring, there's always like a purpose to it. You know, he's always in the right position, you know, to avoid a shot or to land a punch.
Shakur doesn't play to the crowd. He doesn't drift. He doesn't get distracted. He stays locked in like a student who already knows the answers before the test starts. When Bradley says Shakur takes the air out of the fight, that's not an insult, it's a warning. Because once frustration sets in, athleticism starts working overtime, mistakes creep in, and suddenly you're down rounds without realizing when it happened. Bradley's breakdown isn't flashy, it's surgical. And that's what makes it convincing. If this turns into a thinking contest instead of a track meet, Shakur lives there.
He ain't got the athleticism, he ain't got that explosiveness like Teofimo Lopez got, man. He ain't got that, you know. But what the thing is that Shakur, he knows how to follow a plan, man. He does. And I think that's a major difference too in the fight. And he comes in there and he takes away, man, and he takes away whatever you got going on or whatever you think you're trying to do. Nope. He gonna take that away from you.
Right after Bradley breaks the fight down like someone circling danger with a flashlight, Coach Rob steps in, and now we're talking bodies and engines, not opinions. Fans often oversimplify weight. People hear 5 pounds and act like it's nothing. Anyone who's ever cut weight knows that's the difference between surviving a fight and feeling alive in one. From Rob's perspective, Shakur moving up isn't about chasing power, it's about freeing the machine. Less drain, more snap, sharper legs late. That's dangerous, because Shakur already wins with timing and IQ. Give him more strength without sacrificing discipline, and even clean touches start feeling heavier. Rob also makes it clear he's not disrespecting Teofimo. Teo is still the freak athlete, explosive, twitchy, dangerous from odd angles. But athleticism only matters if you're landing it. Against someone who controls range like Shakur, wasted explosions turn into cardio problems fast.
And he definitely has the athleticism edge over Shakur. Now, I think Shakur's defense is high caliber, and his IQ is also high caliber. So it's a really good matchup, because it's kind of like Teo brings, he can either, depending how he fights Shakur, he can either make it a tough night or he can make it an easy night for Shakur.
Rob frames the fight perfectly, efficiency versus ignition. Teofimo is fire, quick sparks, sudden bursts, moments that flip rounds. Shakur is electricity, steady, controlled, always on. Shakur isn't flashy, he's surgical. Jab, cross, step out, reset, repeat. That style ages beautifully over 12 rounds, especially when your body isn't starving anymore. Teofimo can make this fight ugly or electric depending on his choices. He can force chaos, or rush at the wrong moments and hand Shakur a clinic. That's the tension of this matchup. One fighter thrives in calm. The other thrives in discomfort. Late in the fight, conditioning and decision-making may matter more than raw explosiveness. At that point, you're not just watching punches, you're watching who managed their body better through camp.
Same thing goes for Shakur. Shakur can try to stay on the ropes the whole time, or he can utilize his legs and box circles around Teo. We don't know. But definitely with the athleticism edge, I'm going to give it slightly over to Teo. But, you know, not saying that Teo doesn't have a good IQ. I just think Shakur's IQ is very, like, I know people know that he's a smart fighter.